Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grim Reaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you guys are well and having a great week. I know I'm still buzzing for my plat finish on Monday, 33 in the world, so that's pretty nice and pretty damn hyped, about that. Anyway, if you're interested in that type of content, I'll ping at the end. You can go and check it out for yourself. So I want to go into something today. I want to show you some bits and bobs on B's account. B's account, big shout out to B, big supporter for my channel, and yeah, always a great guy, and always supported the channel for like 2.5 years now. So before we get into today's video, I just want to see what you guys think about all these events right now and how you guys feel. I want to hear from you guys down from my community down in the comments, and how you feel. Like, are you going for this champion, for example, in the path event? It's absolutely insane. This monster path event is, they shouldn't even call it monster path event, they should just call it Kraken Titan event or something like that. It's absolutely insane. uh, Saying that, B's gone for this, so yeah. I feel like if you do, my personal opinion on this, if you go for this champion, you have to go for the souls. I'm not gonna waste my time or waste my resources going for this, because this guy is probably A tier, sorry, B tier champion. He's not S tier or anything like that. He's very good, and if you need him, I can understand that. My recommendation, coming for the points for the Lunium event, and try and get the souls. If you didn't go for the fusion, forget about it. Save all your resources, move on to the next and stuff. So yeah, for me, these Lunium points are kind of a bit crazy, and even so, you still need 50,000 points. So my recommendation is push really hard for this, and then you can only lose up to like 200 points, I think, in total. So I would consider, don't lose in points at the first week. There is 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks to go in this event. So yeah, for me, I've gone pretty hard, got the points, and then got out. I think I got one extra legendary tome as well, and a couple of points. So yeah, soul stones really help. I did save it for a month for that as well. I think B saved up for quite a while. So yeah, let me know down in the comments. And then we also got a prism event here as well, and we also have a 25x at the same time. It's absolutely crazy. We're not just getting daily events summoning now, we're getting 2 summoning events now, and this is the second time that they've done this with prism, as far as I'm aware of, which is, yeah, pretty insane that they've done that. So it is what it is. What can you do about it? Yeah, anyway, let's get into today's video. So we're gonna go over and just check out today's team, which is going to be a video for when this stops glitching, for today's video. So let's go into this. And as you can see, we have the Cursed City. I wanted to go over the gear and the champions for this. There isn't much to really talk about as like a tutorial kind of a thing, or anything like that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm going to show you the gear and masteries in a second. But with Morrigaine, really, she's the MPV for this boss, and probably the best champion for this rotation for this. UDK, very good. Hugo, very good. Cardiel, very good. Even Bad Owl is good with the right build. So I have used a Bad Owl in a taker before this with a rat, and that was absolutely crazy hard to do. And it's just because I was using too many debuffs with the rat, so I had to stop using the A3. I won't show you that video. I don't have the stats or the gear or anything anyway. But yeah, that took like insanely long. And on my account, I did it quite fairly easy. I don't have Morrigaine on my account. I was on break, so I had to do salad. I will ping a video of that at some point. This rotation, I'm going to release that at some point this week. And that will be a team without Morrigaine, and that will be my recommendations. I actually found it a lot faster as well for B. So I will have another team. With Morrigaine as well, it just didn't care about how we do with the the heal reduction. You just don't care about how you set it up or anything like that. It's unresistible, and yeah, she's just like a crazy stoked champion for that information, really. So yeah, that's why she's so good. Well, if I can get a kit up, I will show you why she's so good. So good because this can't be removed, can't be transferred, can't be spread. It can't be, yeah, it's just absolutely insane ability. It sticks to the boss, even if it's just A3, can't cleanse it. You can't do the duration of the cooldown of it. So yeah, super crazy. And she doesn't even need books. You just need her to do that one ability. Because honestly, you can't put decreased speed on her boss. You can't put true fear on her. You can put a decreased accuracy, but the decreased accuracy doesn't do much anyway. And Mighty Yugo also has that. So you only need the accuracy for this, and you only need accuracy for the Brimstone because we do have Brimstone on her. My advice as well, take a heavy level Brimstone. Like, it's like generally quite easy to do if you have like a 4-star plus, and you'll see on my Yugo, my 4-star Brimstone is absolutely insane. B has made a couple of mistakes here, like you have got Cycle of Violence on these two, or Cycle of Magic, and it doesn't really help. It makes your boss a lot harder. And we had it on all these champions, except for Yugo, who we used on last rotation for his account. So yeah, just a bit kind of crazy there. And also it's worth pointing out as well, like the reason why I brought in Cardia actually was for the ally attack, because his decreased accuracy wasn't working all the time, and it was a bit frustrating, and we was dying quite frequently. So you do have UDK who can do that on the A2, but I do prefer the decreased attack on the A1. It's just way more consistent and makes your life way more easy. Anyway, let's go into the recording, enjoy the music. I'll be right back after this with the stats and the masteries and stuff. Okay, so before we get in the champions for this one, this is the overtaker that we did before bees before bees take over, and as you can see, we got Sifi salad for the increase, um, for the heal reduction, which we did have the time for this. We have Spike here with the ally protection and the decreased attack on E1. Bad Owl with high resistance, so 600 resistance with the resistance aura. That does give you 680 resistance, which is needed to resist the stun of the boss, because we didn't have 2 block buff champions. And I generally do like the 2 block buff champions because no cardio. And the rat, who has the decreased attack on a 2, and the bombs as well. So, and it also has an extra term. Um, I really like the rat. I think the rat is really cool, but I had a lot of problems with the rat, and people that are watching this now will know I had a lot of problems with the rat. And generally it's because we was putting up 2 bombs, and then in return, once we blew up the bombs, we got 4 poisons plus whatever else we was trying to land, which is a leech and stuff like that. So I really had to be careful with all my debuffs and the heal reduction as well. So my recommendations for the rat is open up with the bombs, then explode them, but don't use this A3 all the time, because it's really going to screw you over and with the debuffs. And I realized when you was changing forms in Form 2, that was basically dying, and when they changed back into Form 2, everyone was dying. I just couldn't get everyone back up in time with Sifi. You need everyone faster than 250 speed for sure. You want Bad Owl just be faster than just before Salad, so it cleanses off the stun with the high resistance, and then Salad from the stun. If you don't put the block buffs up in time for Sifi from Form 2 to Form 1, um, to cleanse the stun, so he can put the heal reduction up if he does his A3 first. So that's worth pointing out. Sneak has a really good decreased attack on the E1, but it doesn't need to be booked with Salad. Bear this in mind. If you read Sneaker's kit or Hedgie's kit, the Hedgehog's kit, if you put up the leech before there, so you want again Salad faster than on the Hedgehog, he will always place decreased attack on A1, which is really cool. And I would recommend to try and keep the decreased attack on Form 2 and Form 1, because they both kind of hit hard. The Form 2 hits way harder, but that's because it ignores defense. Don't worry about people's defense. Stack up the HP more than anything because of Form 2. So I've kind of worked out minimum HP that we were running was like 67,000 last rotation, but I kind of felt this rotation 75,000 was better. Obviously, you need more accuracy this rotation because a lot of people is using Mafala, so you do generally need, I think it was around about 485 accuracy for this boss and land debuffs. I wasn't using Salad's A2 all the time because I didn't want that leech on all the time, but also because if the heal reduction wasn't ready, then we take the extra turn and move into the heal reduction faster. So I use it to my advantage, and I use the Rat's A3 when I can as well. So yeah, and then one last thing with the hedgehog is you want to generally try and keep the ally protection for the A1 on the boss. So you want to try and make sure you trigger the boss to go A3, A2, which will be like sleep. Everyone will wake up. You calm in your cleanse. Don't put too many debuffs on, because the boss ignores more defense the more buffs you have. And then that's where you want the high HP. And then you want the ally protection from the hedgehog to protect your rat and salad and your Bada, who are the squishy champions. So just bear that in mind with this. Let's go back into the team and show you the team for today's video, and try not to get sidetracked too much. I will add chapters down the bottom. You guys can go and check that out in your own leisure. So once it lets me in to this, as you can see, we have a Rhodas just as arena build in Savage. Nothing crazy here. We're just like changing the bits and bobs here. You don't need to put oils, but he's just generally done for his arena build. So take in consideration, you do have Cycle of Violence here, which I believe does proc as like a cooldown. So just bear that in mind, and don't take any refresh either. You will have an absolute nightmare. Rhodas and Seafi are just super OP still in this game, so that's why we kind of left the Cycle of Violence on. and a cycle of magic. Here is her masteries as well, and then blessing polymorph, which is for arena. Not too sure why what polymorph, but you know, hey ho, it is kind of something. So as you can see, nothing special here. Just got the speed champions. If you can get C themes like a 9-piece protection, that'd be super cool for this boss. I've got to speak to B though. He needs to put this A1. I don't think he realized it's not 100% if it's unbooked. So might want to think about that one. This is probably like one of the most OP A1 champions you can get for that. So I might have to try explain it to him. Okay, let's go and see the rest of the champions then. So again, the Cardiel is actually in a pretty bad build for this boss. Wasn't nothing too special. So again, I only cared about the HP, the defense, speed, and that was the only thing. The resistance is not enough. Forget about the resistance. It's not enough to cover this boss and stuff like that. Again, the best set here for Cardiel for this boss would generally be protection. I think you'd be pretty stoked in protection because then you wouldn't need the. I suppose you could still build high resistance for the stun, but I would probably go for survivability, and then you can protect them buffs like his block buffs and stuff like that. Saying that his revive on death is unresistible, so it can't be stolen anyway. So that's worth just kind of pointing out. None of these champions were specifically built for this boss. I've shown you Morrigaine already, so we've got Eagle Eye here. Don't need books or masteries on her. All you need is accuracy of 485 accuracy on her, so she can land the heal reduction from the passive and the brimstone if you got it. If you don't, then don't worry about it too much. You do want accuracy just for the passive. Don't need to worry about books. And then just be on your way. We have built this one very tanky as well, as you can see. We built her with 3000 defense, 95,000 HP, and a very good speed and accuracy. And that's the only thing we care about. So yeah, and the only champion we did really build specifically for this, which was built for last rotation, was Hugo. So again, you need 250 speed plus because you want to be fast on the boss. You don't want the boss to overlap you. So just bear that in mind. And the boss base speed on hard is 250. And then you got all these juicy bits. I generally do need them in regen because we do struggle on this boss to heal most of the time. So that's kind of something to take into consideration. And I'll probably go brimstone. This is a very similar to a Hydra build in some sense. I know some people do put in regen. I put mine in provoke, but you know, it is what it is with my account. Right, there we are, guys. There is the champions. I will put all the chapters down below. This is a super cool team. Thank you for B for allowing me to use your Morrigaine. It was really nice to use this Morrigaine compared to the other account taker, which was way more difficult. I did mine straight after this, and I got it done in like space of 7 minutes. So in crazy, really, because I didn't have Morrigaine, and I think it was the second fastest in SP2 so far. So yeah, a little bit of a flex on me. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys make sure you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to help support this channel and for the YouTube algorithm to love me. I would really appreciate that. I've been grimreaper. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.